guys, it's Ashley. So today I have my August wrap up for you guys. I know it's been a minute since I made a video, but let's not talk about it. So for the month of August, I was slowly starting to get back into reading. So I only read 3 books for the month of August, but I'm really happy with that. Even though they were all just okay books, I think they were all 3-star books, which is kind of weird. But anyways, let's get started. So the very first book I have to talk about is packed up. Like, I moved, so it's packed up, and that was The Girl with All the Gifts by Carey. I was not interested in this book. Okay, I was a little bit interested. I was like, oh, maybe one day I'll get to it, we'll see. And then I saw a movie still of it. Ignore my hair, humidity. I saw a movie still because making it into a film, and I was like, what? Looks so intense and good. So I think I went like a couple days later and bought it. So I ended up giving this 3 stars. Like I said, I really liked the premise. I liked a couple of the characters. I thought it was really unique. Basically, it's about this girl, this little girl who, before she goes into a classroom, she has to get strapped up to a chair, a muzzle put on, soldiers are like aiming guns at her till she goes into the classroom, and they find out the classroom is like filled with kids who are in the same exact position as her. And then you slowly found out why she's has to get strapped up, and then the story continues. So I really liked it. I love the idea behind it. If you read the book and you know why the girl is the way she is, I feel like most people know already because some of you got spoiled it, and I wish they didn't, because before I read the book, I knew what she was, or what happened to her. Anyways, so I really like that idea. I like the science behind it because you get some science perspective. There's like a research scientist, and you get her perspective, and you kind of like get to find out why this is happening, and I really enjoyed that. I thought it was unique. I thought the entire book was a really unique take on this particular genre. I don't want to spoil it, just in case you haven't been spoiled yet. I think the book would be so much better if you don't know. So I really like that. What I didn't like is that it was kind of slow in the middle. It got really slow. I read the first like 100 pages in one sitting super fast, and then it took me forever to get through the middle, and then the end kind of picked up a little bit more. And then when I finished it, I thought it was just like, okay, I really like the ending of it, but when I finished, I was just like, it's okay. And then there are like 5 characters that you kind of switch perspectives through, and 3 of them, yeah, I thought were like so one-dimensional. You can tell they were there for like a specific purpose for the plot, and I wanted more from them. Like, they were just there, if that makes sense. Whereas 2 of the other characters, the little girl and then another character, I don't want to say because it's kind of part of the reading experience to find out the characters that you get to know, I guess. 2 of the characters, I really love them because you get to find out more about them. They're more complex. So that's my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think if you've read this book. I feel like a lot of people are reading it because the movie's coming out. The next book that I read was Truly Madly Guilty by Liane Moriarty. I was so excited to find out that she had a new release this year. I read The Husband's Secret by her, and I read Big Little Lies by her, and I really like those a lot. Now, this book, I was very disappointed. Sorry if you can hear my cat. I was very disappointed with this book. It was just like, okay, first of all, what I love about Liane Moriarty's books are the characters, because she switches perspectives through all the different characters, and you get to know them. They're flawed. You really get to really get to know them. These, you got to know them, but I didn't care about any of them. I thought they were boring. I just did not care. There's like this big mystery aspect, and you find out the mystery kind of in the middle, and then it kind of continues throughout. And it kind of continues throughout, and then when you finally figure out what the mystery is, I was just like, oh, that's it? That's what happened? If you're interested in this, I guess, if you've read The Husband's Secret and Big Little Lies, I don't think you'll like this book the same as me. If you've never read a book by her, then you'll probably love it, because this is like, to me, this was her worst one from those 3, because she has a ton of other books, but they're completely different from the book she writes recently, because recently she writes these like contemporary mystery books, and then her past books are more like just contemporary books. So if you've never read Liane Moriarty, this is actually probably a good place to start, and then like the other ones will just seem amazing and more amazing. So yeah, there's that one. I gave this 3 out of 5 stars because it didn't say. The last book I read is another 3 out of 5 star book, and it was kind of disappointing again, and this is Dark Places by Gillian Flynn. This book follows a girl named Libby Day whose family gets murdered, and the brother is blamed, and then switches to like present day, and she kind of has to go back and find out, did my brother really do it? And yeah, so you kind of just like trying to figure out the story. It backflashes with perspective from her mom and perspective from the brother, and then present day Libby. So what I liked about this book, I love the perspective of the mom and the brother. They were the most interesting. Libby, on the other hand, I thought she was like so boring. I did not care about her. And usually Gillian Flynn writes such amazing characters. Again, like her characters is like what makes her books, because they're all flawed and they're dark and you can like get into their mind. But Libby, I was like, every time she came back, I was like, oh gosh. Yeah, I did not care about Libby, but the other 2 perspectives I really enjoyed. This book also was so slow. Did you guys find it slow? I found this book isn't even that big. It's like less than 400 pages, but I'm telling you, this book took me forever to read. It was so slow to me. I don't know, like I liked it. I didn't hate it, but it definitely was not as good as Sharp Objects or Gone Girl in my opinion. If you haven't read a Gillian Flynn book, you're missing out. Like she is an incredible writer. I will say that, like incredible. When I was reading, I was like, wow, this woman can write. I love her writing style. She needs to write another book. If you haven't read one of her books, this is a good one to start with, I think. And then Sharp Objects, and then Gone Girl. Gone Girl is my favorite by her. This was a disappointment. This is my least favorite of hers, I think. I don't know, so it just wasn't my cup of tea. But I know people love this book, so I don't know. Alright guys, so that's my wrap up. These 2 books plus The Girl with All the Gifts. All 3 stars. I don't know. My favorite out of these 3 will probably be The Girl with All the Gifts if I had to pick one. But yeah, hopefully next month will be a much better reading month. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you've read any of these books, if you're curious about them. Especially, I really want to know if you've read any of these books, because they're all like, I'm kind of like meh about it, so I want to know if you liked it or didn't like it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!